Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, that's Dave Canales trying to get the Panthers turned around in his second season. Across from him, you've got the coach of the Jaguars. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go through the rain here in Jacksonville. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Well, here it is. This is the moment, Mike, that he has been working towards ever since hearing his name called on draft night. He's put in the work. He's gotten the reps with the first team. He's had some ups and downs through training camp in the preseason. But it's clear, this organization has all the confidence in the world for this young quarterback to go out as the Week 1 starter. And frankly, the hope is he's the franchise quarterback for years to come.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty low power ranger. I'm also dangerous. Y'all talk about race. Don't be close to mention. Got that touch my savior. Give me that touch of my head. There was can't hear it no more.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
On the jump. 19, 18, Pioneer.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a handoff. ETN. Oh, he is deep-weeded on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 11.
Come on. Let's go.
42-yard
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. There's the rookie out of Colorado, Travis Hunter. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game. Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Exiting the pocket right. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. To throw again is Sanders. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside them. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Will Johnson up for the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Now Dowdle. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
A loss of 2 yards. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt.
Carolina.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. As they are set to start the drive with first and 10. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Get up.
Now it's Sanders. Forced out left. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, Sanders. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So, Greg, here come Panthers. You know this franchise so well. What an interesting stretch last year. 2 wins 2 years ago. Bryce Young now turned around with 5 wins, but maybe more than the record last year, the momentum that you felt from the Panthers at season's end.
I'll tell you, if you would have said the season was going to end with the hope and the energy around that Panthers organization that it did, I think people would have thought you were crazy. Bryce Young's rookie year, obviously up and down. Early on in year 2 last year, he gets benched, and then only because of an Andy Dalton freak car accident, he finds himself back in the lineup, and he plays the best ball of his young career. That looked like Alabama Heisman Trophy quarterback Bryce Young. So the entire narrative around Carolina has changed. They're no longer searching for their quarterback at the moment. Continue to build the talent around them. They went wide receiver with their first-round pick. Continue to support Bryce Young and continue to add pieces on defense. They're not quite ready to contend yet, but they're a lot closer now than they were a year ago.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
Hey, Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
You're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier #1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, you wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Young to throw on 1st and 10. He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. 2 minutes to play in this first half. Why don't we check in with Scott Hansen on his first full Sunday of work on our team to find out what's coming up at halftime. Scott.
And what a first day of work it's been, Mike. Coming up, 8 games going on around the National Football League in the early window. We're still working on the Octo Box, but we'll have scores and highlights from around the NFL in 2 minutes, so stick around.
We get in motion. Out of the shotgun. Young. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. This returnable from inside is on 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And no takeover there. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season. We're near playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
70, here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Sanders going to throw again. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On first down is Young. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's Patrick Mahomes. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Chiefs begin their search for a fourth straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And here it's Tua hooking up with his main man, Jalen Waddle. Beautiful throw to the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown. This one's gone to halftime with the Dolphins trying to get the job done on the road. They lead the season opener at halftime. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's the fourth-year running back, Breece Hall. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. This one is at the half with the Jets with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has done much to speak of. 0-0 is our score as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. Maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. And Carolina, we played in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see into space. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a punt return touchdown for the special teams unit. And they get the great bonus of scoring on special teams. This time the punt return unit able to put 6 up on the board.
And what we see here, Mike, is just a breakdown into coverage. They've talked all week about fanning the field, controlling the returner, keeping them on your inside arm. In this case, 2 guys get stacked behind each other. They leave just enough space for this returner to operate in, and the next thing you know, they're looking at him in the end zone.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no good. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready?
They motion a receiver right. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, a new defensive coordinator.
This is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Blue check.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
2 runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Young. He's got the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Ready. Black, ready.
He'll go. Young. And that is caught on 4th and goal. They've got it. Teteroa McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. For McMillan, career touchdown number 1 for the first-round pick from Arizona. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jags offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Sanders to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up. By the rookie out of Texas A&M. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
The motion man is Sanders.
Yellow, 43. Cut.
They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And he's in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Panthers 14, Jaguars 7.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Gravity, go.
Now, Sanders. That one's incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 2nd down here, Sanders. That is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
17 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson going for it all. That's hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 42 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Quick throw here on the RPO. Caught by Thomas. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the
19
11-yard
tight.
line.
19 tight. Steady.
Throwing on 2nd down. Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
On the double. Ready.
From the gun, Richardson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half.
The 7-yard line.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 1st and goal.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside. their own red zone.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Leggett in motion.
60 red. 60 red.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Young.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Now Young. They'll try to run for it. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as it comes with a... Minute 4 left to go in the game. On now is the punt team for the Panthers as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing, Richardson. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Come back, team. Come on, come on.
Now Richardson. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Tag! Top 50! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Ready?
Here's Richardson. Rolling to the left. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of a 1st down.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the 1st.
A lot on the line here. 4th down and 9.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Go.
Richardson. Really hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
32. Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Smith ready.
So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.